Hey everybody, it's September 9th, 2023. I am sitting here wearing my friend's shirt. This is her it says horror horror. I know it's backwards, you can't see it, but it says horror horror. It's my friend's company. She vends a lot at the horror conventions that I go to. So I'm feeling very festive today, so I thought I'd wear it. Plus I like the color orange. It's kind of nice. Leading into the fall. Uh so today's Saturday and I'm just relaxing today. I'm sort of chilling here with my boy Edgar Allan Poe. We are so I was gonna go meet a friend today for drinks, but I kind of canceled. It's really really hot today, so I'm staying in the air conditioner. Especially because I filmed in the heat for the last 3 days. I kind of just wanted to take a break. I did get some writing done a little bit earlier today. Was feeling very motivated, so I got up and when I have this downtime, like I said, I like to just work on my own projects because it keeps me, it keeps me. I like having the discipline. It keeps me feeling creative all the time. So when I'm not writing, I'll edit some photos, which I do have to edit the photos from Sequoia National Park, which I will probably work on this evening. But yeah, I'm just relaxing. It is. I think I only went out for like 5 minutes. It was hot. I came back in. I was like, screw that shit. Um, but with that said, I do have to say, uh, 3 days on that film was a lot of fun. I did meet some awesome people. A lot of the people I already knew. I did meet some really awesome people. Two of the people I talk about are I met this woman, Kat. Her name is Kat. It's short for Catherine. She was the stand-in, and a stand-in, if you don't know, on movies and commercials and stuff, they use a stand-in, and the job of the stand-in is so when you get to movie set, the actor or actress goes to hair and makeup and wardrobe until they start getting ready for the show, and then everybody else goes to set and we start lighting and setting up shots, and so you use stand-ins um, that look very similar. They're either like they're the same height, same skin tone. They might have the same hair color, just very similar. So that way it gives the crew they use that to light, to light and set up the shots and stuff. So she was the stand-in for one of the actors. She was very sweet. We were just sitting next to each other, so we were talking, and because we love traveling, and we're both writers. We like to write in our spare time. I guess she and her husband are working on a. We're just working on something together, and I was just working on my own stuff. So we had that in common. That was really nice to talk about. It's always nice to meet like-minded people. I would think, right? Like I like horror movies, and I run actually she liked horror movies too. I run into people who like horror movies a lot, so we always have that sort of like bond, and we can talk about that. So that's always kind of cool. And then I also just want to give a big shout out to Marcos. Marcos was the boom operator, and the boom operator is the guy that there's like the sound mixer, the guy that mixes the sound while they're recording, and then the boom operator is what they're called, but they hold the big microphone over the actors so they can get the best sound. And my understanding is that boom mics are very directional, which means the boom operator has to point it right towards the actor because it's directional, which means it gets the best sound is to point the microphone towards the mouth where the actor is speaking. Some microphones might pick up everything, like maybe a microphone on like your camera, or like if you just use like a microphone on like a vlog camera. I think they're less directional. They kind of just pick up everything, but the microphones in film are very very specific. They use what's called a lav mic. They use this a lot in theater. So anyways, Marcos, the boom guy, and I only wanted to give him a big shout out because yesterday after we were moving on from on top of the mountain, I when I did my vlog for you guys, I came back and he's like, "Oh, like who were you talking to?" And I was like, "Oh, uh, I do a vlog," and I was trying to explain to him. I go, it's so random, but it was such a beautiful location, and I wanted to do the vlog before it got too late, so I decided to do the vlog there, and he thought it was really funny. And so then I had told him the story of why I decided to start the vlog, and then I told him the story of how um, Tom from Life of Tom vlog had found me and had given me a shout out, and then a lot of his followers had come, and so we thought, oh, that's so fascinating, and you do that every day, and I go, yeah, and I go, it's hard because I can't always say the stuff that I'm working on, and I have to be sort of like quiet about it. And it's just out of respect for the project. Anything really. I will eventually be able to talk about it. I just can't usually talk about it when I'm filming. That's pretty standard. but I told him, I says, but I like to talk about just things about being on set and like what it's like to be a filmmaker and a photographer and writer living in Los Angeles. And he goes, that's so fascinating. He goes, I'm going to follow your vlog. And I said, you should. So Marcos, if you're following my vlog, thank you so much for joining in my adventures, and just thanks for being awesome. He's moving on to another project, so I wish him well on that. I don't know anything about it, so, and then I'm just moving on with my life. So just back to trying to find work. Welcome to the life of a freelancer. Um, Writing, because that's all you can do to kind of stay creative until the strike is over. And um, I'm trying to think of where I want to go on my next trip. So I do have a trip planned for Thanksgiving, since this is my first Thanksgiving without my mom. I do have to say, yesterday, by the way, I did not say this on the vlog because um, I don't want to bring it down, but yesterday was the 8th. My mother passed away on January 8th, so the 8th, yesterday was, I believe, 7 months. I'm really bad. The good thing is that it starts to get easier, so I'm so grateful for that. I know my sister. I don't know if you guys know this, and I didn't really go into detail about it on my vlog, but my sister and three three of my nephews. I have five nephews. One lives in a different state, but my sister has three that live near her. Two that live with her and one that lives near her. They were not able to make it to my mom's funeral. So, and that's a whole thing. I have such an issue with Spirit Airlines, and that's really part of the problem. Part of the reason is because of this, but they were not able to make to my mom's funeral. So my sister, God bless her, just sometimes has a really hard time when it comes to like, I know she's gonna have a hard time when it comes to like, my mom's birthday was in November. We're gonna have the holidays without her, and then right after the holidays we go into January when she passed. It'll be the first year, and so I know my sister's just having a really hard time. And so I was there when my mother passed. I wasn't there, but like I was there when after she passed. I got to see the body. I planned the funeral. And so I just feel like I did a lot of the things that I knew my sister wanted to be there for, and so uh, I do try to help her as much as I can. She's having a hard time with it. I think my one my one nephew and my father and I are dealing with it much better because we were able to say goodbye. So I do understand the importance of having closure when it comes to the death of a loved one. So that was yesterday. So, but because it's Thanksgiving and my family's all out of town now, um, I just wanted to go and do something where I didn't have to sit at home and be so depressed during the holidays. So, and I love traveling. And so I just booked a trip to El Salvador. And I may have mentioned this before, but I pick Central America usually, or Mexico, because a lot of places in Mexico I haven't been to yet. But for an extended weekend, I want to travel close by, but I still like to travel. So some locations like in Europe and further can take a whole day to get to, and it would take a whole day to get back. So that'd be like 2 days of just like not being able to visit anywhere. And like over Thanksgiving, really we're just traveling for an extended weekend. So El Salvador is like from where I live. I think it's like a 4 hour trip. It's no different than flying like when I flew to New Orleans in July. So it's about 4 hours. So and I've never been. And there's a lot of great things to do, and I love pupusas. So why not? I I had a really long layover in El Salvador a few years ago when I was going to Costa Rica, but at the day I flew in, when I was flying in on the way to Costa Rica, they had a bunch of tours set up. But a week later, when I flew back, no tours were set up, and the main city is about 45 minutes away from the airport, so it's a bit far to go on a layover, especially if it's just like it's just one of those cities where everything's not really close, especially to the airport. So I didn't get to see it. I was in the airport but never left the airport. So now I'm excited about actually going to see the country. And I might also take a day trip to Guatemala. I believe there's a day trip to Guatemala. So I get two countries in one, which is one of my favorite things. So I want to trying to figure out what I want to do for Christmas. I do want to go see my family. It's a bit tough because my sister lives in an area that has a very small regional airport, and so it's very expensive to fly to her. Um, and I kind of need some time by myself because I want to heal. I know that sounds so weird. Family's the time to do it, but I just never been a big fan of the holidays regardless. And so I kind of just want time to heal. And so I'm thinking about what I want to do during the actual holidays. I was thinking about taking a cruise, probably a Mexican cruise, but I don't know. I can't find one that I like that I want to go on that seems reasonably priced. And then I thought about maybe traveling again to maybe Mexico or someplace close by. Everybody, my friend just got back from Belize and he loved it. Um, I do want to see more of Panama because on my way to Costa Rica the second time, had a layover in Panama, my friend and I, and we went to, this was during the pandemic, and we went to Panama for a few hours and loved it. And I really want to see more. So Panama's high on the list. More of Mexico, like I said, or I could do something, domestic. Like I love going to national parks, and up in San Francisco, there's like 11 different parks and like um parks and national monuments and stuff like the Golden Gate Bridge, I think, and Alcatraz. So there are things like that I could do, and that's nice because it'll be a bit cooler up there, but during that time of year it'll probably be less crowded, and I could probably see everything. So that's an idea. I don't know where else. I mean, do you guys have any ideas where I could go? I really want to go to Alaska. I really want to go to Alaska because it's beautiful, but I just feel like during January or December is going to be freezing. And I don't want to do that to myself because I went to Ireland for my birthday 2 years ago, and my birthday's in February, and it was so unbelievably cold. So, I already did that. Anyways, just some ideas, thinking about what I want to do for the holidays. And then I'm also thinking, and then I also travel for my birthday. So I definitely think I want to go to Colombia because I've been wanting to go to Colombia for a long time, and a lot of my friends, a lot of people I know in general, just go to Colombia all the time, and they love it, love it, love it. So that might be something I do, and I know Blake, who you guys have already met, is thinking about going to Colombia with me because he likes to travel with me. Now Blake is going to London in October, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to go with him, which I'm bummed because I'd love to go to the UK, and I'd love to meet up with Tom because I promised him a beer. But if that doesn't happen, it's going to happen soon. In which case, I might go to Colombia in February. But we shall see because it changes every day. Because I'm weird like that. I will book, and I always book my trips months in advance, about 3 or 4 months in advance, because it's cheaper. And then because I allow myself tons and tons of research because I want to make sure I make the right decision and do all the things I want to do while I'm there. So there's that. So yeah, that's all I have. Um, just like I said, just being lazy today. I get like that sometimes. Um, but there are projects on the horizon. Like I said, with the SAG interim agreement, work is slowly picking up. It's not the same because of the strike, but at least with the SAG interim agreement, we're able to work is picking up a little bit, and I'm really really happy about that. Um, but God, my hair's a wreck. I haven't done my hair today. Sorry. Sometimes I just feel like I look like a mess when you guys see me, so I appreciate the fact that you still watch my vlogs and comment. And you guys always have the best comments. Thank you so much. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Um, I'm probably gonna get up soon. It's starting to cool down a bit now, so I might go take a walk around the neighborhood and just get some vitamin D. But yeah, let me know where you guys think I should travel. Are there any travel people on my vlog? Because I'm obsessed with traveling. And if you like traveling, what is your favorite airline? Mine is Delta. I'm a Delta Sky Miles. I have the Delta card. I'm all about that Delta life. And because I'm older and single, I like to have the lounges. That's one of my things. Um, I also like staying at the Hilton. Like I said in a previous vlog, I'm kind of bougie like that. That's my one thing. Now I'll stay in Airbnbs all the time because I like Airbnbs. I know some people don't, but again, I don't book just an Airbnb. I do tons of research. I look at all the reviews. A lot of the places have really high cleaning fees, and I avoid those places. Um, but I also could stay in a Hilton because I could get Hilton points. I'm trying to become diamond status. So, but anyways, that's all I have. Again, I want to give a big shout out to Marcos. He's a cool cat, and today's just gonna be chill. But hopefully, I'll get some writing done. If not, I'll just do it tomorrow because even God had a rest. Oh, I guess it's only Saturday. He rested on Sunday. Okay. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. And hey, this is a longer vlog. That's kind of fun. I talked about some cool stuff. So now that I'm not running around, I can sit down and actually talk to you guys. So that's kind of fun. Um, There are spooky things happening, by the way. I got an email today about one of my favorite haunted haunts to go to is called Reign of Terror. It's about it's a little bit far north. It's a bit of a hike. It could be about 35-40 minute drive if there's no traffic. But it's a large, it's attached to the mall. And so it's like, it's got a lot of space and it's just like room after room after room. It is so much fun. And sometimes they do it in July where they'll do like halfway to Halloween. Then they do it in Halloween. And then they do they set up again for Christmas because they do like, they'll do like holiday horror stuff, which I'm oddly obsessed with. So I'm excited about that because I just got that email today. And as you know, I went to employee preview night at Halloween Horror Nights, so I've already enjoyed that. So now I'm sticking my blood and I'm wearing my T-shirt. So hopefully I can. I won't be able to vlog from that. They don't let you like do cameras and stuff, but I can vlog from line. Just can meet all my horror friends. So that might be doing something. And then I'm on a text chain right now with my friend Ryan, who is a guy that helped me decide to start the vlog, and then our friend Krista, who is a good friend of mine that I've done a couple of photo shoots with. She's like one of my horror gals, and we're thinking about going to Fright Fest, which I think is another horror thing up here at Six Flags Magic Mountains. So some good things on the horizon, you guys. Let's hope. But yeah, instead of getting drinks today, I just took a chill day, a day for me. So tomorrow's Sunday, fun day. Got to find someone to go get drinks with. I wonder if Blake is working. Huh. All right, well, everybody have a great night, and yeah, we'll talk to you tomorrow.